Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Burgundy, and I'm back with yet another Battle Right casual analysis. That was the best name that I could come up with for these kind of videos, where I just watch a pre-recorded gameplay of mine and state pretty much the obvious of what's going on the screen. Not the most high quality content, not the most educational, but I enjoy doing it, and if you enjoy watching, then hey, that's a perfect situation in it. So yeah, this is just me playing with my buddy. He's very new to the game, but he is pretty much at my level of play, which is not that impressive seeing as I am not the best. But we have a good time playing, and this game was a lot of fun as I recall, and hopefully it'll be a lot of fun to watch. So yeah, that's the setup, just a standard queue with some average players overall. There'll be no in-game audio for this, I'm afraid. The recording got a little fucked up. That's a naughty word. But yes, it got muddled up, I suppose you could call it instead. So I'll find some sort of supplement for that. And there we go. And let's get right into the gameplay. Okay, so straight off the bat, a very standard start. We pretty much have this strategy when you go up against Monks that we just dive on top of his ass and hope that everything works out for the best. The result being us playing fairly split up, but I'm kiting the enemy Freya decently, and my friends seem to be doing very poorly against their Yumong now that I look at the health bars up here. He's taking a considerable beating, and our strategy has not amounted to much yet, and those are a lot of counters hit by me. And we're just off to a beautiful start here. Managed to land a stun at least, get away from striking distance from the Freya. My ally goes down sadly. I probably shouldn't have left him completely alone to deal with Yumong. And that was just overall an unfortunate set of affairs. Trying to kite this out, grab the orb and get myself some sort of advantage, but the opportunity doesn't arise. I do hit Yumong with my ult, but that doesn't amount too much. He gets out of it fairly quickly and strikes up the hunt for me once again. Kiting, trying to survive for as long as possible, but at this point I'm fairly certain that I've just given up on the whole winning the round sort of idea. Although I think it would have been kind of possible if I played this a little bit better. I think I did something to mess this up. Well, stand still and try to grab the orb was probably the major flaw. But yeah, that was probably a lost cause altogether. I'm not that competent at 1v2ing, especially not when I'm at, say, a fifth of my health and they are at 70%. In any case, the next battle right I go for is the survivability approach with a shield on my escape. My Searing Flight, I believe it's called, and previously I went for the movement speed and empowered auto attack for my Searing Flight. Pretty much dropping most of my battle rights into that particular skill. The reasoning behind it being I have to run away a lot and I have to avoid a lot of damage. Whoa. Alright, things take a bit of a different approach this time. We still stay more grouped to one another. The damage distribution is pretty much the same, though. Their Freya going for me, and our Freya going for the enemy damage dealer, or ranged character if you will. That was me striking the microphone slightly, I do apologize. And this one is having a way more favorable look for us. My Freya's battling out with their Freya, and he seems to be giving her the business, as it were, and I managed to drop the ult on top of her. Her counter won't help her from that, and she falls to the ignite. Very nice indeed. I take a very aggressive approach on the Yumong and try to pretty much do as much to him as possible, while my friend tries to heal up as much as he can. And it avails too. Oh, he's still alive. Wonderful. This was clutch, if I recall. My friend goes down, and here we are, as one does in battle right, panicking slightly. But we managed to pull it off, and one round goes to our side. I'm very good with the words tonight, I can feel it. This is some high quality commentary. Also, my voice is giving out. Spawn back in for the third round. I believe I go for the offensive approach here, mainly because I can't resist the awesomeness of the R. The empowered auto attacks from using your R, your wall of flames. And until this game, I did not know that my R actually blocks projectiles, which I think shall come in handy this round, or at least it will in the future. Because yeah, I was just completely oblivious to that fact. It was actually my friend that I'm playing with in the video that taught me about this fact. I soak up a big hit from Yumong, and I was on my mount at the time, so I managed to soak up another auto attack while slowed. Get to return the favor slightly with my Firestorm, I believe it's called. I really don't know the name of Ashka's abilities too well, and I do apologize for the very unprofessional approach taken there. But there Yumong gets into a very difficult situation. I whiffed the stun something fierce. I try to use my increased ranged and damage with my empowered auto attacks I mentioned previously. Meanwhile, my Freya is just kicking Yumong's ass all over the place, and he goes down. I managed to deal a huge amount of damage to their Freya, and she goes down as well. I said huge 4 times in a row there, didn't I? Believe me, it's gonna be huge. And MVP of the round for me, which feels kinda nice. But you know, when you introduce a new friend to a game, you kinda want them to have all the thunder, so they you know that they're really having a good time. So whenever my friend managed to get the MVP of the round, that just makes me real happy, you know. But I will take the ones that I get, of course. Here I'm very indecisive, I think. I don't really know what the best thing to go for here. Snare overall is good in my eyes, because any form of CC usually means profit in my book. But this time around I wait for the increased energy, thinking that I'd be able to use my firewall play or firewall combo a bit more often. Again, that's the R I'm referring to. I'm not sure it's called firewall. It probably isn't called firewall. But yeah. Going for the same aggressive approach here, I managed to get myself caught between the 2 enemy players while my Freya was far out of reach to help me, which was a very foolish move by me. But they stay in that very same corner and take a pummel from my abilities. I miss a lot of CC, miss some auto attacks, but it's just fine. Make a very short searing flight away from the enemy Freya, but it seems as though my Freya can handle it quite well. But I was mistaken, and he goes down. As you may be noticing, I don't really have this game very well memorized. I managed to pick up the double ultimate and managed to land another round for our team, which is a very fun feeling indeed, and that shall be the end of it. This was a very short recording, I just realized at this very moment. I really don't plan these ahead very well, do I? In any case, I'm sorry if this was a bit of a stumbling analysis and commentary. I focused very little on the gameplay, I am well aware, but hey, it happens. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll try to keep making these videos better and better as I go along, and while there might be some pitfalls along the way, I hope you'll enjoy it. This was not ideal commentary, and I'm stumbling on for no reason, so I thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Penis!